broke a lot of my rules, and that led to a lot of losses. It's some of that FOMO where it's like, it's getting there. It's such a mega cap stock and making such a big move, and you wanted to kind of do that puke, but it just wasn't happening. And when you kind of settle on your I guess, compromise on your rules and break those, that's what led to me getting into a lot of trouble. When guess what? This never did end up like mega capitulating. And what you could have done is just kind of waited for that trend break where you're no longer making, right? And it's worth pointing out, we kind of have the lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, a little bit lower lows. Then we kind of make, I guess, a lower high, but then it gets broken, right? And so that's where you want to start to initiate. And that you break your rules, you end up in trouble, and you learn your rules after a decade, and we all still mess up. So now I want to show you the opposite of messing up, what living with the trend looks like. So most of my trading was intraday based. Really the huge bulk of it, I was essentially a day trader, and I would do a little overnight, some swing trading. But I really want to zoom into February 23, 2021. This was an awesome day for trading with the counter trend. The market overall was panicking big this day. The Qs were gapping down big. I highly recommend you all going back and studying this day. There were more tickers than just these, but I wanted to highlight some of the big ones. And the beautiful thing about this day is there was also a breaking news catalyst where I traded that with the trend. And so really this day was a pretty diverse opportunity set where if you followed these, there was a lot of money to be made, particularly the news catalyst. So this was a 7-figure day for me, both with the trend on the news and the counter trend. So let's dive in. First things first, Workhorse, it's funny looking back with the passing of time, because we know Workhorse is now in the dumpster. But this stock was already pulling back. We had huge breaking news this day about its kind of financial viability going forward. A lot of what I did was news catalyst trading. So when that headline came out, boom, shorted as much as I could. We go limit down, we end up halting. So now look at the range of the stock, right? It started in $30. So if you try to analyze this thing, like, so many people are going to end up covering early. My job is not to be that analyst. I know Chris, for example, works some of the fundamentals in, but I'm not smart enough for that. I try and just trust my system. And so this is clearly a sharp trend. We've got a big catalyst. So I was just going to do my 2-minute prior bar highs, like we discussed on some of those other things. And I end up having some incredible covers for almost all my size. There is no chance I ever would have been able to hold this trade if I just didn't have a simple system. And yes, that system won't always work. It won't always be perfect, but the goal is to find a system that in the aggregate works. And when you're trading with the trend on these catalysts, I took no heat on this.